Hey, Freedom to Be Nation, it's Tracy, your Freedom to Be recovery coach. Today, I wanted to check in and just talk for a few minutes about something that I was thinking about. A friend of mine has a loved one who is suffering from the disease of alcoholism. He is slipping further and further away from the family. He is the father in the family. Slipping further and further away. This person has been isolating himself quite a bit from the family, just stepping back from doing family activities, spending more time just kind of sitting around watching the same old TV shows, over and over again, just checked out. Drinking, being inebriated at home as the family just kind of moves around him. One of the solutions that this family came up with was to make a family room upstairs so that the family could have a little space where they could go to watch TV and maybe not have to be as involved with the inebriated person as they had been. I think this is something that can be super effective. It's really important to create safe spaces for yourself. That is a blog. I wrote a little article about it, about how important it is to have those places where you can go to get peace, where you can go to know that you can relax, just have your time, without interruptions from the alcoholic. So I think it is a good solution. I think it comes with a warning though, and I think that warning is that when somebody's using substances, part of what they're doing is they're using those substances to escape. And so they don't want to be pulled out of their inebriated state. They don't want to be pulled out of the place that they're in their mind where they've gone to escape. They don't want to be pulled away from that. They work hard to stay in that place. They work hard to, avoid reality. And so when they're in that deep space in their mind, when they're inebriated or under the effect of whatever drugs they're taking, they don't want anything pulling them out of that state. So sometimes when a family steps back and creates like a safe space for themselves or, is not, they start to pull away from the alcoholic or the addict, they start to spend more time away. That is probably a feeling of relief for those loved ones. However, for the alcoholic or the addict, it's just going to lend itself to more drinking and more using. We have to make sure that we're still reaching out to the person with addiction. We have to make sure that we are still giving them some time to connect with the family and their friends. Because the more that we let go of them, the further off they're going to drift. They're incapable of reaching out for connection. They're not in the right frame of mind to hold those connections and to make sure that they keep those connections established and healthy. So unfortunately, it does come down to the loved ones. We are the people who have to reach out to them and to keep pulling them in. One of the best ways that we can do that is by rewarding them with time spent with us when they're not intoxicated. I know this can get harder and harder to do because as they progress in their disease, those windows are shorter and shorter or may not even be there at all. So it's just important for us to keep reaching out and keep rewarding them with time, with family, when we can do it or when they're not inebriated, when we feel like we're strong enough or when we're in a good enough place to do that. That can be done by family dinner, family movie, taking a walk, going for a ride. It doesn't have to be anything big, going to get an ice cream cone. Just something to make sure that we're keeping those connections in place. Yes, you need a safe place to go. You need a break. Your family needs a break. It's okay to create those spaces and create that time for yourselves. But just remember that if you are still hoping for recovery or if you're still working towards recovery for your loved one, it will fall on you to maintain connections. It's not fair. You wish it wasn't that way, but that is the reality. They are not in a place that they're capable of doing it. They might not even want to do it right now, sadly. Again, that's not them. That's their diseased brain. That's their brain that has been affected by the substances, so they're not able to make good choices around their relationships. So I guess just bottom line, to wrap it up, create your safe space, but also make sure that you are still allowing for connection with the person that you love who is suffering with the disease of addiction. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you again soon.